There's a strange quiet that settles over you when you realize you're not living the life you were meant to. Not because you failed, but because you hesitated. Serge, the story I'm about to tell isn't fiction. It's possibility. He was called Elias, but this could be you. Could be me. Could be anyone caught between routine and revelation. At 29, Elias lived in quiet compromise. He had a job, a nice apartment, a daily route that never shifted, coffee from the same shop, smiles to the same strangers, and yet there was an ache. Not loud, just constant. Like a faint hum you forget is there until the silence sharpens it. That ache wasn't boredom. It wasn't even sadness. It was memory of a self never chosen. Because, you see, Elias had a dream once, one he buried under logic and rent and fear. He wanted to design worlds, not websites. Worlds. He had sketched fantasy cities on math, homework margins. He'd written scripts and mapped star systems on the backs of receipts. But somewhere between college and adulthood, the calling went quiet. Until one night he couldn't sleep. Restlessness danced in his bones. So he got up, walked aimlessly through his apartment, and ended up at the closet. The old storage one behind winter coats and forgotten tech. He found a worn untouched for years. He flipped it open, and there it was. His younger self, his real self. A map of a world he never built, characters that still breathed on the page. Elias sat on the cold floor for hours, not moving, just remembering. And that's when it happened. A flicker out of the corner of his eye. In the mirror mounted on the back of the door he saw someone. Himself, but older, different. Not tired, not worn. Alive, bright-eyed. A little gray at the edges, but fulfilled. The reflection blinked and smiled. Elias gasped. Spun around, but nothing. No one there, back de la mirror. Gone. But now he couldn't unsee it. That night became a pivot point. The next morning, he changed nothing. Just like always. Same routine. Same subway. Same coffee, but now everything felt different. Everything felt fake, bigger. Because once you glimpse a life unlived, the one you're in starts to feel like a costume. Over the next week, the glimpses continued. A voice in a podcast quoting a line he once wrote. A stranger doodling a character from his sketchbook. Here, even a billboard, gay, advertising a game eerily like the world he designed as a teen. Coincidence, or a call. One night, Elias stood at the edge of his rooftop. Not to jump, but to seek. The city stretched before him bright, noisy, endless. But in that noise, he felt something like guidance. And then another flicker. Across the rooftop on the adjacent building. He saw himself again. Only this time this version held us war headphones. Laughed with collaborators. That version looked back, met his eyes, and nodded. It was an invitation. That's when Elias understood something. Parallel lives don't just exist out there in some sci-fi multiverse. They live within us. Dormant, waiting, pure. Every time we say no to the thing we love, we activate an alternate self. But what if we could reach back, reach across, switch rails? Elias decided to try. Not some grand leap, just a sketch. 1 hour a night. A promise to feed the thread again. At first, nothing changed. But 3 weeks in, a friend forwarded him a contest link. Write a world, build a game. Goo. One winner gets mentorship with the top designers in the industry. Deadline? 2 days. Old Elias would have scoffed. Too busy, so too late. Too risky. But this version, Xep, remembered the rooftop nod. So he entered, and he won. And from there, the path uncoiled like magic. Not without hardship, not without doubt, but with momentum, with alignment. 2 years later, Elias launched his first immersive world-building platform. A game, a tool, a movement. His story as Lost Map became millions' playground. Sometimes he still saw that other version of himself. But now, it looked like a reflection. Because he had stepped into it. Here's the truth that Elias learned, and the truth we all face. You are always standing at the threshold of the joy, of the love, of the idea, of the life. And on the other side, again, is the version of you that said yes. There waiting, watching, whispering through dreams. Déjà vu, and the ache you call, I wish. This isn't a call to quit your life. It's a call to wake up within it. To sketch again. To dance, speak, climb, design, love. Because what you do in the quiet moments ripples through the lives you're not yet living. And maybe, just maybe, those versions of you are waiting for you to catch up. So ask yourself, what if the life you want is the one waiting on the other side of one tiny, trembling yes? Then take the step there, already holding the door open.